It's here. Diablo 4's Season 7, Season of Witchcraft. What I have for you today is going to set your season off right. I have put together the ultimate leveling guide. It is full of tips, how-tos, and as a bonus, I have included leveling guides for all classes in Season 7. I'm going to show you a breakdown of everything that you're going to need and how to navigate these guides so your season gets off to a great start. I've done all of the boring work so that you can get out there and start slaying monsters. Let's hop in. This right here is going to give you a breakdown of everything that you are going to need. This document will be in the description of this video, so make sure that you check this out. All of my builds are going to be posted on Mobalytics. I have them all linked right here for you. All you have to do is just click on each of the link, depending on which one you're going to play. We're going to get into all of the planners in just a little while, and we'll kind of talk about that, but that should be the first thing that you decide. Now, I know that everybody loves to watch all of these tier lists and what's going to be the best class going into this season. But until you get in there and you actually start playing these classes and you have millions of people testing it, finding bugs, no one knows what the outcome is actually going to be. My suggestion is find the class that you are going to love the most. Find a build that is going to best suit your needs and your gameplay style. If you hate melee classes, but the tier list says that the rogue is going to be number one, don't play the rogue. All of the classes this season should be really, really strong. With the addition of all of the new seasonal witch powers and the occult gems, we're going to see a pretty big boost in every single class's power. That means we're going to be farming faster, clearing higher in the pits. It's going to be a really, really great season. I'll make sure that I keep this document updated as we go through the season. So if there is anything that changes or if there's anything that we need to add into this, make sure you hit me up in the comments, because if there is something that is really important that you do pre-season or right at the very start of the season that I haven't included, let me know, because this is a live document and I can just throw it right in, make it nice and easy to update for everybody that's going to be watching this and is going to be joining us in Season 7. My very first thing for you to do is make sure you click the link at the top of the description of this video that looks like the Discord icon. Hop into Discord with us. We have a ton of groups that are up and running and ready to go out there and level together. They're all going to be sharing loot, learning all the new seasonal powers together, exploring the new seasonal quest line. You can hop in, you can join a group, ask in chat if there's anybody that has any room in their party, and you can come and run with us. It is the best time of the season. Everybody's on, everybody's playing. You will absolutely love it. If you have never played in a group before and it's something that you've just avoided, give it a shot. You may like it. And if you don't, you just hop out of the group and then you just go back to playing how you like to play the game. Okay, I've rambled on enough. Let's get into the juicy stuff. When you start off the season at level 1, the very first thing that I'm going to recommend, especially if you are brand new to Diablo 4, welcome, you're going to start on normal difficulty. If you're a veteran and you can start on hard, then absolutely hop in, because there's a little bit more experience going from normal to hard. So there will be some advantages doing that, but it is very small, and the difference is not going to be enough that is mandatory to level in hard. If you can, absolutely go for it, but I would recommend, if you're new to the game, start off in normal, give yourself a little bit of time, and then when you hit level 15, that's when you're going to swap over to hard. But that'll come further down on the list, because we're going to get there as we go down the list here. So number 1, start off in normal difficulty. That's highly recommended, especially if you're brand new to Diablo 4. Then number 2, we're going to follow the pictures here. This is where you can unlock your pets, which is super important because your pet is going to go out and collect all of the material for you. I always forget to do it every single time that I make a new character. And about halfway through the leveling process, I realized that I've been picking up everything manually and I could have saved myself a ton of time. So don't make the mistakes that I do. Just take the time, take the second, go there and activate it. While you're in there, you can make your character look beautiful, just like that guy right there, because you know what they say. You can't do good if you don't look good. So hit the wardrobe, put on your cosmetics. You can also do your horse cosmetics this season. You do not have to go to the stable masters. That is gone. You can do it right from this little icon right here, which is an awesome change. So that's going to be your very first thing. The pet is the most important part of that. You get your pet on to collect the materials for you. Moving down, we're going on to number 3. What number 3? This is going to be for anybody with the expansion pack. If you're a returning player and you're coming back for your second season with the expansion pack, you're going to make sure that you obtain your mercenaries. What you can do is you can actually go to the little icon that's going to be up here that says mercenaries, click on it, and then you can teleport yourself to the mercenary den and you can hire your mercenaries right away. That's going to be a huge boost to your power. And this season, they're going to be boosting the amount of pale marks. Pale marks can be turned in at the Mercenary Den for additional equipment, materials. So it's going to be something you don't want to miss out, and you want to start that process right away. So make sure the very first thing that you do after you set up your cosmetics and you get your pet is that you go get your Mercenaries. If you are brand new to Diablo 4 this season, and this is your first season with the expansion pack, then you want to make sure that you go through and you do the campaign right away. First thing you are going to do, get that campaign out of the way. Make sure you enjoy it though. The cinematics are amazing. It is really, really worth the watch. Then once you do it, you'll have access to those mercenaries very, very early on. You can equip those mercenaries, and it's going to give you a really big boost to your power, and then also to your acquisition for gear and materials. Next, for new players, make sure that you get your Renown done. If you didn't watch any of the videos that I sent out about Renown, which were a lot of them at the end of this season, you need to go out there and do it, because you are going to be missing out on a bunch of skill points and on a bunch of Paragon points. If you do not have the expansion pack, there are 10 skill points from Renown, and there are 20 Paragon points. If you have the expansion pack, you're going to get 12 skill points and 24 Paragon points. So make sure that is a priority when you first get into the season. You don't have to complete all of the tiers. Now, I'm going to include in this map, and I'll have this done after this video, I will have a link to a video of how to get your Renown done, the tips, tricks, and things that I did when I finally got my Renown done. But I've also included this interactive map right here that you can go to. This will take you right to Mobalytics, and this will pull up an interactive map for you that is going to look exactly like this right here. This is a great way to help keep track of your Renown. You can simply go to whatever statue, whatever Tenet of Akarat you have, or an Altar of Lilith that you have. You can just click on Discovered, and then it will show up on the map for you that has been discovered. So it's a really, really easy way to track your progress. And then if you click the wrong one, you just undiscover it, so that this way you can go back to it. You match this up with your in-game map, and you go straight to where you need to go, and then you activate all of those nodes and get your Renown done. Now, there's a little bit more to Renown than just this here. That will be included in the video that you can look up, and you can get all of the stuff done that you need to get done. Hopping back in here, going into number 5. What you're going to do is you're going to start, and you're going to continue the seasonal quest line. That will help unlock your witch powers. Along the way, you're going to start unlocking your seasonal reputation, which is going to give you rewards. Don't wait on those rewards. They do not scale with level. They are built to level with you. So as you get those rewards, make sure that you open up the caches. There's going to be a lot of rewards this season, more so than what we've gotten in previous seasons. So make sure you go through, open everything as you get it. They're going to be done with whispers. That's going to be the theme of the season, is going to be whispers. After you've unlocked your witch powers, you're either going to continue with a quest line for the seasonal journey. It depends on what you like to do when you game, or you're going to head straight to step 6. And step 6 will probably take you all the way to 60, but if you do want to change it up, there are a lot of other things that you can do. Head over to the Headhunt zone. This is going to be your new Headhunt zone. This is what it looks like in the new season. We are going to get 4 new zones that will be active at all times. If you see here, they have a ton of different whispers inside of this zone. 4 zones is more than enough that you cannot get all 4 done in an hour. You will run out of time, and they will reset and go back into a brand new spot onto the map. So it is actually plenty to do and a lot of whispers. Now, that sounds like a chore. You're going to have to do all of these whispers. In order to do it, you're going to have to teleport all the way to the Tree of Whispers every single time that you complete your whispers, and then go back in. It's a lot of teleporting. Blizzard thought of that, and they gave us a Raven. And no, not Dorian. Team Dorian, that's coming later. What we're going to be doing is we're going to get a Raven that looks like this right in the middle of your new Headhunt zone. You go straight to the Raven, you turn in your whispers right there, and you get the cache. You don't have to teleport to the Tree of Whispers. Huge time saver. So that's going to save us from going from one place to another and teleporting constantly. You can stay in the fight because they're really not that far from where you're going to have to go to do your whispers. At level 10, this is where you're going to make your first trip basically back to town. The reason that you're going to be going back to town is that as you level, you're going to be picking up herbs and bundles so that you can purchase your first elixir. Now, because we're going to be turning in so many whispers, we will not have to worry about gold, and we won't have to worry about crafting materials right off the bat. We're going to get so many from all of the whisper caches. We're going to get all of the keys we need, all of the Nightmare Dungeon keys. There's going to be a ton of stuff, including, once you hit level 60 and you start moving into the Torment tiers, Ancestral Legendary caches. Those are brand new this season. you'll get guaranteed ancestral legendary items. It's going to be a really, really great addition to the already increased drop rate for the ancestral legendary gear. Not only do your elixirs unlock at level 10, you also unlock tempering at level 10. Now, you do replace your weapons often. However, you can put Elemental Surge onto your weapons for very cheap. Make sure that you salvage all of your gear early on. You're going to need it. Salvage everything. You can get these tempers onto your gear very, very early, and at level 10, you will be doing probably about 8 to 10 damage. You can put on up to about 250 damage by putting Elemental Surge on. It might be a little bit more, might be a little bit less, but something around there. It is way stronger than any damage that you're going to be doing with your class at this level. Those tempers are going to be given to you right off the bat. That's just one of the ones that you have automatically. It is worth putting on every single weapon that you have. As long as you have enough materials to do it, put it on the weapons because the damage increase is going to be incredibly noticeable. Trust me on this one. After that, you're going to head straight back over to the Headhunt zone. And then when you hit level 15, this is going to be a conditional one. This is going to depend on what you want to do and then what you have done in previous seasons. If you have already completed the class quest on any character that you're on at the moment, you will not actually have to do it again. Blizzard is making them retroactive so that you do not have to complete your class quests. You get those buffs right away, which is an amazing change because it always felt really bad to have to stop the leveling process, especially at level 15 when you're leveling very quickly, and go off to do a whole bunch of quests, and some of them were way longer than others. So this was a really, really great change. If you have not done your class quest on that class, then you can go out there, do your class quest, get your additional power. You won't ever have to do it again. If you do decide to do it on either a class that you have not done it on or a class you've done it on, you will get what's called a new archetype cache. Depending on what kind of class you're playing, you will get a new cache with legendary items guaranteed in it. That is very hard to come by at level 15, and it will be a very big boost to your power. So if you do want to go out of your way and get this done, you're going to be rewarded for it. So I do suggest if you want that boost in power and you feel a little weak at the time, that is going to do it for you. This is what they look like right here. This is the pyromancy cache that was shown in the devs live stream. They had a Sork that ran up. They were given this cache, gave 2 legendary items that had aspects for their build. Then we're going to be going down into gear checks. What these are. At level 15, if you feel comfortable, switch over to hard. While you're in town, swapping your difficulty, what you're going to want to do is you're going to go check on all your gear. This is the time to do it. You're going to equip new gear if you have it. You're going to temper anything that is available. You're going to add in gems or runes. And this is going to be every time that you go to town. This is not going to be just at level 15. About every 10-ish levels, every 5 if you're feeling like you need those boosts to your power, you're going to go back to town and you're going to check all of this stuff. Get new elixirs, get new incense at level 45 once you unlock it. Then once you get to level 30, when you're really going to start needing some aspects to get this done, they should start dropping between 25 and 30, but they won't have all of the ones that you need right away. Now, this is going to be something that you can do early on in the game, and in the planners that I have in the description of this video and in the document, it will list out every single aspect that you're going to need and what dungeon to go get them in. Now, if you do that, you can actually go into your Codex of Power, and we're going to hop into the game, and I'm going to show you how to do this. You're going to open up your Codex of Power. So if we go to something that we haven't found at all, you just scroll down to whatever you're looking for. You can even type it in if you need to. So we'll find something that we haven't done yet. Or something with a dungeon here. So let's just say that we needed Calm Breeze. You type in Calm Breeze here, and then it shows that this is in the Grinning Labyrinth. You click on this here, and when you click on it, if you go to your map now, what it has done, it has auto-pinned for me. So now I know that I need to go right to this dungeon here. It's going to show me exactly where I need to go, so I don't have to go and explore the map and go to every dungeon and find every last one that I did not do yet. So this is a really great tool. Make sure that you use it because it's going to make your life a lot easier. Once you've done that and you've gotten all of the aspects and stuff that you've started to set up a little bit, interactive map is going to make sure you're tracking renown. So continue to do that as you level, as you progress through the game and you hit different areas. Make sure that you're hitting all of those key notes inside of that for your renown. Then you just continue through the Headhunt zone. That's for returning players, and then complete the campaign as new players. The campaign itself should take you pretty close to level 60. Then you're going to use Nightmare Dungeons and Root Holes, which is going to be the brand new dungeon in this season. in order to get yourself to 60, unless you just want to stick inside of the Headhunt zone, which is going to be a lot of fun, I promise. At level 60, that is a whole new ball game. And level 60 here, this is just a quick little breakdown of what to do. I have a whole video on how to do it, and I'm going to update this for Season 7, because this was Season 6. I'll update that. But we also have our endgame how-to down here, so it's going to be in the same document for you. This will be updated for Season 7 as well. So, build guides. At the top of the page here, these are going to be all the build guides. Let's say that you want to run a barbarian. You're going to go right here to this. It's going to bring you to the Mobalytics Planner. This is going to be broken down by different sections for you to make the leveling process much easier than it normally would be if you were to just grab a planner with all of the best aspects that you need. So how this is going to be set up, we have level 1 through 25, then we have level 26 through 40, then we have level 40 through 60. So we're going to have a very basic amount of aspects at the very beginning. At the very bottom here, we're going to have all of the aspects and the dungeons that they're going to have access to. So now you remember, we can look up Might inside of the Codex of Power, and then you know it's going to take you to the Dark Ravine. So this way you can find out which ones that you're going to need, and the pins will take you right to the dungeons. I didn't put any aspects in the first 2 sections of the planner that you cannot get from a dungeon. I know that finding aspects is very tricky sometimes, so that's why I made sure that I did not do that for this build guide. In the very first section, you're going to have very minimal gear stats. If you go right here, the only thing that we're going to put in is Fury per second, Fury per second, Fury per second, Resource Generation, Fury on Kill. So only the ones that are going to give you back very, very specific things at the very start. When you move up into your higher tiers here, now we're going to start to add in just a little bit more, because you can start refining your gear. By the time we get to the last one here, we'll have a full setup for everybody so that you can have all of the aspects and all of the tempers that you're going to need. Once you get into level 40, we're only going to have all of this stuff that is going to be absolutely perfect for the build. So this way, if you start finding that gear, you can put it on. If you don't happen to find any of the stuff that is listed on here that were drops only, then you can just go back to this one here, and then you can put on all of the aspects that are in this section here. So this is going to have listed out important dropped aspects at the very bottom here. This will be ones that have to drop for you, but if you do find them, those will go on right away. So you can reference this section of the build guide in order to put those on into the correct spots. These are the most important ones, and these are also going to be some of the harder ones to get. All of your runes that you have here, these are all very basic runes, and all of the ones that I found while I was level testing all of these builds. The witch powers, these will unlock as you go. You do not have to go in this order. If you have certain ones unlocked, just fill up your witch power slot so that you can get them until you unlock all of these here. This will be the best way to go about it, but we want to make sure we have witch powers in. We also are going to have all of our occult gems down here. Again, same thing as witch powers. Whatever you have available to you, slot those in first until you can get these in here. For these build guides here, all you have to do is come down to the very bottom. We have all of the walkthrough down here, which is the leveling document that you saw, and then it's also going to have the gameplay loop right here. If you want to check all of them out, my Mobalytics profile has every single one of my leveling guides. We're going to have a Fire Sork, we're going to have a Pulverized Druid, a Twisting Blades Rogue with the new Shadow Clone. We're going to have a Whirlwind Stompquake Barb, which is going to be pretty insane. We're going to have our minion leveling because the new summoner tags is going to be thrown out there, and I think it's going to be insane. And then we're going to have our Poison Spiritborn. I leveled as Poison when I first started the Spiritborn, and it was so much fun. So I want to throw that together again this season for everybody. And that is all I got for you. I hope that this is super helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there's stuff that I should add in, because I love hearing some feedback and adding things in as we go through the season. It'll help everybody out that is currently going to be leveling with us. Again, if you have not, hop into Discord with us, join the Legion, pair up with some people. Let's hit this season hard and have a lot of fun. I'm live every night. Stop by, say hi, theorycraft with me. Catch you on the clip side.